What's up, everybody? My name is Bill.
And my name is Danny.
And we are
a couple of park hoppers.
And we are here at SeaWorld Orlando for a very special experience. One that we bought a couple of months ago, and we've been very much anticipating it since, and that is the Dine With Orcas lunch here at SeaWorld Orlando.
I'm very excited about this. I haven't gotten to experience Dine With Orcas since I worked at SeaWorld many moons ago, it feels like. And I don't think I ever actually got to go and participate from what I can remember. I used to work it, so to get to sit down, watch the orcas, try all the food, I'm so excited about. We also got an awesome deal on this. We actually got this during Black Friday.
Yeah, shout out to SeaWorld for amazing Black Friday deals, including this Dine With Orcas experience, annual passes, day passes. There was so many great deals. So if you're ever looking for an amazing deal to come visit SeaWorld, Black Friday is where it's at.
Yeah, and the thing is, SeaWorld's tickets and everything is already extremely affordable and well worth the money. So we got very lucky to be able to add this. So we actually paid about $21 before tax for each of us for Dine With Orcas. Generally, it does cost about $31 to $60.
Depending on the day, depending on the time of year. Usually weekends are a little bit more pricey. This is a Tuesday afternoon for us, so we actually got a pretty good deal for today.
Right, and so this is per person, and that's for adults. So children are cheaper. The kids are usually less, about half of that from what I can understand,
Yes.
But you would have to check on the day and time. But again, we got a great deal. We're so excited to have lunch on our day off with orcas.
Yeah, so let's head on in and see what the experience is all about.
Let's go. Here is where we are going to check in for Dine With Orcas. Dine With Orcas happens once a day at 12:30. As you can see, the start time starts at 12:30. It is during lunch, and it says that you can check in at 12:15, but it's a little bit after 12, and we're going to be able to head inside here in a moment. There is a QR code on the outside of the Dine With Orcas building. So if you're watching this right now and you're interested, go ahead and scan that QR code, and you can get more information about the Dine With Orca menu. We have been seated for Dine With Orcas, and I'm so excited because we actually got a really great spot right next to the slide out where the orcas are going to get to come up, and we're going to get a closer look at them.
Exactly, and I was told when we walked in that the seating was kind of predetermined by when the tickets were purchased. So apparently we purchased a pretty good time because we got a really good spot right next to the slide out area that we'll show you in just a little bit.
Now, currently there is a orca show happening that went on at 12
o'clock, Orca Encounter.
And it is currently 12:20, so it probably is just coming to an end. So we will see the orcas make their appearance after that. But before we do that, we get started on our dining, which is part of the Dine With Orcas deal. So there are two different menus on here. We have the adults and kids. We are the adults, unfortunately.
I'm still a kid.
Maybe we'll get something from the kids. We have our wonderful server, Ivana, who has actually explained everything to us.
In incredible detail, so she was fantastic.
Yeah, she's amazing. And so I'm so excited because the way that she broke it down, basically this is still a buffet, just like it used to be. Now, the options, the way it breaks down is, first off, we get a salad to start with.
Well, before that, we can order drinks as well.
Yes.
There's Coca-Cola products and water that are included with the price of admission. And then there's also alcoholic beverages and even fun little kids cocktail called the Stingray Sunset. That's non-alcoholic. That is also available for order as well.
As I said, there's adults and kids. For adults, after you choose your drinks, you get a house salad with a choice of either ranch Italian or a raspberry vinaigrette.
I got the house salad with the raspberry vinaigrette.
We'll show you an up close here in a minute.
And then Danny got the one with the ranch dressing.
The ranch, yeah. After this, we're going to get to choose our entree. So we can either get herb roasted beef with rosemary
juice
sauce.
It's hard to say.
Grilled chicken with sweet pineapple teriyaki sauce. pan-seared salmon with fresh summer corn salsa, or they do have a vegetarian option, creamy Alfredo penne pasta sprinkled with Parmesan and fresh herbs. And all of that comes with roasted vegetables, herb-roasted potatoes, and saffron rice.
Now, one thing that Ivana told us is that this looks like one of those dining experiences where you choose an entree and that's what you get. But she told us that you can literally try everything, because this actually used to be a buffet pre-COVID. You used to sit here and they would bring your drinks and stuff, and then you would go inside and you would actually experience a buffet. Now, what she told us is that you could choose one of these, whether it's the herb roasted beef, the grilled chicken, or the pan-seared salmon. And then if you want to try something else, you can get a side of the beef or the chicken, say if you ordered the salmon. So no limitations really if you wanted to try everything, and it's really hard to choose. Much like Shakira once said, you can literally try everything.
I am kind of leaning towards the salmon to start off with. What are you leaning towards?
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's what I was going to get anyway if I had to choose. Although it feels sort of interesting to get salmon at SeaWorld, but that's the one that sounded the best to me. But the fact that we can try all three is amazing.
So I think we're going to start off with diving into these salads. Here's a closer look at the house salad. So you can see it kind of looks like a spring mix. We got some croutons, some carrots, some tomatoes, and then we got the ranch on the side so that I can put exactly as much as I want on there.
And I also got the house salad as well. That is the salad option, but I got the raspberry vinaigrette. So very much looking forward to trying this. Well, our server just brought over our dishes. We actually both ended up ordering the salmon because we're big salmon people.
To start with,
We eat so much salmon that we're practically salmon.
Yeah, we practically are.
But they were raving about it when we were deciding what we wanted to order, so that sounded really good, especially for the fact that we can try everything else throughout the duration of the meal. But take a look at this salmon. It is beautiful. What a great presentation on the plate.
So first off, my first reaction is the color on this plate. The salmon has beautiful color. It has like some kind of a relish almost.
Almost looks like a pico de gallo type situation going on there.
And then the vegetables are very bright and they look like they're seasoned well. The rice looks really good. It's like a very bright yellow. And when I say bright, I mean like the way you want your food to look.
Right.
And then the potatoes even look beautifully seasoned.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be really yummy. I'm actually like very, very pleasantly pleased just at the look of the food.
Me too. It's very, very well designed and put together, and
well presented as well.
For the price of this experience, this already feels worth it. So let's dig into the salmon, and then we'll move on to sides of some other stuff.
Yeah, let's try it.
This here is our view of the pool right next to the Dine With Orcas experience. And so it looks like we are right next to the slide out zone is what they called it, where the whales will actually slide right out on this giant pad right next to us. So really, really excited to see that up close and in person when that does happen. The pool kind of extends all the way down this way, and then there's tables along the entire interior of this dining area. So lots of room for you to experience Dine With Orcas and get a pretty good scene looking at the action here. Way off there in the distance is where the Orca Encounter show takes place inside of the stadium, and that show just wrapped up, so the whales are going to be heading backstage for a little bit of a break, and then they're going to come over and say hi to all of us over here at Dine With Orcas.
So the trainers have opened this back area, this back pool for the orcas, and one of our first orcas has just entered this area, saying hi to the trainers. And it looks like for right now they're just going to let the orcas swim around and chill, and then a little bit later they'll hang out and bring them up on the slide out for us to get a closer look at them. But for right now, they get to swim around and we get to just spend some time with them. And that's what this whole experience is about.
or in the stadium. Just wanted to give you guys a couple of little tidbits of information before we get started with our program here in a little bit. As you can see, we have 2 pools that our whales have access to right now. We have our 2 male killer whales joining you in this pool next to you. We have Trua and Makaio. You'll get to learn a little bit about them in a little bit here. But I just want to come on microphone for a second to let you guys know a couple of things. Number 1, you are next to 7 million gallons of ice-cold salt water with very large animals, which means that you are in a 24-hour splash zone, all right? Now, the other thing I wanted to let you all know while you are hanging out is that our whales do feed off of your energy. So, the more excited you guys get with our whales, when you see something that you really enjoy, the whales get more excited as well. So, please feel free to cheer on the whales. Well, we want you all to enjoy your meal, and then we will have our whales hanging out with you here shortly. But in the meantime, please let your wait staff know if there's anything you guys might need. They are wonderful, so please ask them if there's anything that they can help you with. All right? Thank you guys so much for joining us again, and we will be back on in just a little bit to talk a little bit more about our whales. Popping up right here in the middle. Saying hi to you all. Alright, we've got Trua coming over to the slide out. It looks over here. Again, you can see those freckles. Trua is 17 years old, making him the 2nd oldest here at SeaWorld Orlando. But we have, again, 5 whales in total. Our oldest is going to be a whale named Katina. She is 46 years old. She's also our matriarch, or leader of our pod. And then our other 2 females are Nalani and Malia. Alright, now what we're going to do is something really interesting. If you look at Cheryl over on the platform there, she's waving, she has a little box that she's holding. Now that box has 10 different buttons on it, and we call it our tone system. And each number on there correlates to a different behavior. So, what she just pressed was a number 2, or sorry, no, number 5. Sorry, 2 is to ask them to go into the middle of the pool and wait for further directions. But then now we just have pressing number 5 for the whales to wave their tail flukes, or before that she pressed the number 4 for them to do that hula behavior. Now we just asked for a number 3 tone, which is for bows. So you can see Justin giving them a placement for the bows over there. So get ready for the boys to come up. Very nice. Alright, now James just asked Makaio to be going around the perimeter of the pool. He actually asked him 2 behaviors, as you can see. He added what we call a modifier to that behavior. So he asked Makaio to be squirting water as he swims around the perimeter of the pool. Now we're going to have a big jump right here in the middle of Mr. Trua. Very nice. That was called a back reach. Alright, looks like we have something going on over at the slide out here where Stacy is traveling. That's a nice little A-wing or spot hopping behavior again by Trua. Alrighty, right here in the middle with Trua, our big boy. Told you guys, 24-hour splash zone. So right where Cassandra taps is where Makaio is going to be doing that kicker. He should be clearing his tail out of the water. Very nice. Now, since they don't have vocal cords, he is ready for that takeoff. Makaio's going to be heading over to the right of the slide out over there. You will, however, notice one killer whale noise will come out of the mouth, and that is a burp. Especially our boys, they are very, very burpy. Looks like we have a nice center behavior in the middle here with Mr. Makaio. Get a nice rub down there. Alright, we got Makaio coming back again in the center. Trua and Makaio and give them some more recess time to just hang out in the pools. But our Dine With Orcas program is not completely over yet. We're going to have a couple of trainers walking by to answer any questions that you all might have about Trua, Makaio, or killer whales in general. But in the meantime, the boys are going to give you all a big wave goodbye to say thank you so much for coming. And on behalf of all the trainers, we would like to thank you all so much for coming as well. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at SeaWorld. But again, feel free to hang out. We will come by and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye, everyone.
We have just had more food brought to the table than I don't think we would be able to eat.
It's amazing because you, like we were saying before, when you sign up for this, it doesn't sound like it's an all-you-can-eat situation, but it really is.
Yeah.
So we had the salmon first, and then we decided we wanted to kind of try everything else that was on the menu, and they were like, yeah, absolutely, sure. So Ivana brought us literally everything else.
Yeah, so we also wanted to be kids today, so we're also going to try the kids meal, but we're going to talk about what we've got in front of us.
Said literally everything else. So, kids' meals included. But we ended up getting the chicken dish as well.
That's the chicken right here.
The chicken's over here, sorry. I can't see. So we got the grilled chicken here. It's got a really nice sauce on it. Potatoes, rice, and veggies, just like the other dishes. Those side dishes come with every single main entree. And then Danny got the beef with the au jus, and potatoes, and then all the vegetable sides as well. However, like Danny said, we decided to be kids. So we decided to get everything from the kids menu as well brought over to us. And it's going to be tough to eat all this.
Yeah, so we've got a hot dog here.
Dog.
We've got the side of mac and cheese, because if you know us, you know Bill is a mac and cheese connoisseur, so we got to try that. We've got some chicken nuggies to try. And then we also are going to dive into the vegetarian side, and this is a side of the
pasta with the Alfredo.
Yes.
So much food for a very, very reasonable price here at
Yes.
Dine With Orcas. We just watched the amazing little training session that they had out here, and it was so cool to see the orcas doing their thing much closer than normal.
Yeah, and I'm really excited because they're just going to be swimming around and hanging out and chilling, and that's what this is about, getting a chance to just be closer to the orcas. And
Yeah.
this is awesome.
So what do you say? You feeling hungry?
It's time to feast.
Deep breath. Well, we just got done with our Dine With Orcas experience, and I had such a great time. What'd you think?
I thought this was awesome. It was so much more fun, and the food was so much better than I expected it to be.
Honestly, like it wasn't this 5-star like gourmet chef type food, but it was a million times better than I thought it would be.
It's far and beyond some of the best food that you're going to get in a theme park for the price.
For the price, not only are you paying for the food, but you're also paying for a really cool experience. As you saw, we got lots of fun interactions with the whales and the orcas in the back there, with the trainers doing some exercises, and then that slide off area or the slide up area when the orcas were literally right next to us.
Yeah.
How cool was that?
That was so awesome. And I think there's no bad place to be when you are watching this. The orcas came out and they were just hanging out for a long time while we were eating. The trainers were walking around and chatting with people. We got to talk to 2 amazing trainers.
Yeah, shout out to Stacy and Nick. They were amazing. We kind of got to chat with them off camera a little bit. There are some rules and regulations to filming trainers without going through the proper channels, so we didn't want to step on any toes, anything like that.
And we hope to give you guys a more in-depth look at everything. So that's our main goal in the future. But getting to talk to them off camera was really, really cool, and getting to see how passionate and dedicated these guys are, which we already knew, to the animals, but just getting to talk to them is amazing.
And the reason why we tell you that is because most of you who are watching this are probably not going to be shooting a video at this thing anyway, for YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. But chatting with the trainers is part of the deal. You get to actually ask them questions up close and personal. It's a little bit more of a personal experience than going to see, an orca encounter or one of the dolphin show that they have here.
Yeah.
So that's another added bonus to this experience, that you can ask them basically whatever you want.
So I grew up getting to see orcas up close because I grew up going to SeaWorld San Antonio. What are your thoughts about getting to see orcas up close?
Well, the closest thing that I had to SeaWorld growing up was the New England Aquarium, and that is not even remotely close to the
It's
same
not.
thing. They've got penguins and giant fish tanks and that kind of stuff, but SeaWorld's a whole different animal, no pun intended. It is amazing. You've got the theme park experience of SeaWorld. They've got five or six, soon to be six, amazing coasters here at SeaWorld Orlando. You've got all kinds of different rides. You've got Sesame Street, all that fun stuff that you get to do. But the real true heart, or the reason why you visit SeaWorld is the animals.
The heart.
And it is so cool to see what these animals are capable of doing in the care of man, in person and up close. You have to come out in here and see it for yourself. You have to go see Orca Encounter. Have to go see Dolphin Adventures. You can only kind of explain it so much on video. You have to be here to see it. So come on out to SeaWorld Orlando, San Antonio, San Diego. Is there another one?
Nope, that's
Nope,
it.
those are the three.
I mean, there's gonna
Nailed
be
it.
there's gonna be SeaWorld Abu Dhabi, but that's a little bit of
SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. That's fun to say.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go out there someday. Who
Maybe
knows?
someday.
But you have to get out here to SeaWorld Orlando and check out the animal experiences. It is next level.
So it's really special for me to be able to share this with you just after growing up loving watching killer whales and such, and just getting to experience all of this basically in our backyard is just really amazing. And I just have always had a heart for this company, and I love seeing how much you're enjoying and loving
Very much
coming
so.
and supporting this company. Now, before I forget, huge shout out to our server, Ivana. She was amazing.
Top notch.
And overall, the entire experience, from getting to watch the killer whales and the food, the servers, everything was well worth the money. It would have been worth way more money, but let's talk about the food real quick.
Yeah, I was going to say
before
real quick before we get out of here, let's touch on the food. What was your favorite part of or what was your favorite dish that we got to try? And we got to try all of them.
I actually think that I would say that the salmon was probably my favorite main dish.
Yes.
But the pasta, the vegetarian pasta.
Okay. Well, it wasn't vegetarian pasta. It was a vegetarian dish because there was no meat. It wasn't like plant-based pasta.
But it was so good.
Yeah, the Alfredo was amazing.
I wish I had gotten that right off the bat, but we know for next time.
Right. I'd say the salmon for me too was probably the star. The star side dish for me was the potatoes.
Oh yeah.
The potatoes were amazing. Also, after, like we said earlier, that you can get other things on the menu. It's essentially an all-you-can-eat experience, a buffet experience, without physically getting up and going to a buffet. But you can get literally whatever you wanted, and Ivana brought us literally everything.
She brought us the kids' meals.
Yeah.
We tried a hot dog. We tried the
mac and cheese, the chicken nuggets.
All of it seems definitely more
Basic
geared for
kids
kids.
food. Yeah.
It's not super seasoned, but I know that sometimes kids can be a little bit more picky with that. And then we did get to try the dessert. The dessert had cupcakes. It had these little cookie brownie
Those
muffins,
were really good.
and they were so good. And then it had some cookies. So all of those were really great. By then, I think we were already full. But overall, I mean, you can't beat the price and the experience for Dine with Orcas.
So for the three options that had a meat or a seafood option, I would actually rank them. 3, 2, 1. I would say number 3 was probably the beef with the au jus.
I agree.
Number 2 was the grilled chicken, and number 1, the clear front runner, was the salmon for me.
Absolutely. Well, again, we cannot recommend doing Dine with Orcas when you're here. Also, a reminder that when you do these things, that money goes to help support SeaWorld, who in turn, they rescue, rehabilitate animals. They're doing so much for the environment that when you come and you support SeaWorld and you support these efforts and enjoy yourself here, you're doing something that's so much bigger than just getting to eat a yummy meal and hang out with orcas.
Exactly. So we're going to head out of here, but it was an amazing experience. For the price and the quality, I would definitely do it again.
Yes.
But even if you're not coming out to do Dine with Orcas, get your butt on out to SeaWorld Orlando and come check out everything they have to offer. I can't say enough good things about it.
All right, well, we're going to head out. We're down here over by the underwater viewing for killer whales. They're in other pools right now, so we'll have to come check that out another day. So I think we're going to head home and continue with our day, but until next time.
We'll see you around the parks.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day, everybody.